My poor camper home has a boo-boo.
So. Hi gang, it's Jim and Sharon with Drive to Ride, and we are in Orlando Thousand Trails in Orlando, Florida. Coming here the other day, we had something of an incident that we're going to tell you about.
Yeah, my poor camper home has a boo-boo.
So,
And I am going to have to put a Band-Aid just until we get it fixed. Right there, see the boo-boo?
yep, right there.
All right, big Band-Aid. It might rain tonight. We don't want it to get wet. There we go.
Okay, so what happened with our incident? We were camped at the very first Army Corps of Engineers campground we ever camped at. It's called East something.
Eastman?
We'll figure it out.
We'll tell you later.
We'll put it down here. So anyway, whatever it is, we were coming out of it, and it, like a lot of Army Corps of Engineer campgrounds, it's very nice, but it's right next to the water.
Yeah.
And coming out of it, there was this hill that we had to climb, and at the top of the hill, we had to make a very sharp right turn to get out of the campground.
And a narrow road with a ditch on the other side, so it's not like you had could go into the grass and make it wider. We could not.
Right, yeah. So we did the best we could.
Yeah.
And actually, at the time, we didn't know anything had happened.
We thought we'd done all right.
Yeah, we'd done okay. We drove 300 miles and got in here to the Orlando Thousand Trails Park. And when we were setting up, I came across that boo-boo, as Sharon said. So what actually happened was that in doing that turn, we contacted the trailer with the back right frame of our bed cover. We have a bed cover that goes over the bed. And while the cover, of course, was rolled up because we had the fifth wheel working, the latch caught it.
So our boo-boo that I covered with a Band-Aid the other day, because it rained, and it did rain again last night, so we wanted to keep it from getting wet. So I took that off, and I got all the glue, the sticky stuff from the Band-Aid off. We took 80 grit, and we've sanded just to smooth it out. And then we're going to clean it, whoops, wrong way. Clean it with the acetone, 100% acetone, just to get all the dirt and, you know, residue, the sticky stuff, and just clean it. The next step's going to be Bondo.
All right, so Sharon just said that we are going to be using this stuff,
Bondo.
Which is Bondo filler. And we're going to talk a little bit about why we went this way. We looked at fiberglass repair kits, and we decided that that is probably not what we need to do because it involves adding fabric to it, you know, the stranded fiberglass and all that. And really what's happened for us is that the Gelcoat has been broken.
Yeah, and there's no hole in it. If you have a big hole or a really deep depression, then the fiberglass would be a great thing to have.
Yeah. So we're going to just do the Bondo, and I think that's going to be quite sufficient. And our son-in-law, John has said that that's probably a good idea. So since
he knows about this,
he knows about stuff like this. So
he was a painter.
So we're gonna go with Bondo and see how that works. Okay, one of the things we're gonna do is use an old spatula for a spreader since I don't have one. This is nice and flexible, so should work. So here we go. We're gonna open this first. That's about 10 times more than I need. That's all that we need right here. So now we're going to add the hardener.
Okay.
And I'm going to judge that that is plenty.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell, they said by the color, when we get it mixed. Kind of wanted a pinkish tan. Huh?
And they told us that you should always
Smear it.
Smear it to mix it. Don't mix it like a cake.
Because you'll get bubbles. You don't want bubbles. Air bubbles will make it bubbly. Yeah, see how it's turning kind of a pinkish brown. So.
And I think that's about the same color they had in the video.
Yeah, it was kind of a reddish brown.
So we're going to go over here and we're going to apply it.
Yeah, like I said, you only got 5 minutes or so.
Here we go.
It thickens up and you can't use it then.
Yep. So here we are.
And it's a little on that corner to your left bottom. Yeah. There you go, you got it. Okay, that's what needed. We just want to make sure it's all covered. That looks good. Alright.
Sure, we got it down here and up there. And we can sand all this down actually in just a very few minutes.
Yeah, so it could be a little thicker up on the top.
Here? Like that?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's good. Because that's where the biggest divot was. It's right there. Okay, I think that looks good. Now you can take some of the excess off the edge. Yeah, like that. That would help.
Okay.
Gotta wipe it off. And just kind of smooth the edges.
It is starting to kick. I can tell you already.
All right, then stop. You said once it starts to harden, stop. Okay, and that's the advice we saw.
And they call that
kick.
Starting to kick.
It means sticking up.
So it is. Well, look at this. I mean,
yeah,
it's already,
we might have to throw that away. That's all right.
It's already hard. So
yeah.
all right.
Okay.
We're gonna wait now and see what we got.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna wait about 15 minutes, and then we should be able to sand it. In the meantime, we're going to get rid of all of this stuff down here. We're just going to take our...
Throw away.
What we did, we took... actually, it was Sharon's idea, just taking aluminum foil and wrapping it around a cutting board. And we're just going to throw it all in the trash for an easy cleanup.
Yeah.
Sort of. Anyway.
Yeah, and we still have to go get some paint. So we might go get paint and then come back and it'll be dry.
Yeah, we've talked to the manufacturer of our rig, Grand Design, about what kind of paint it was, and they gave us a number and a manufacturer. And turns out we've talked to the people that manufacture the paint, PPG, and the smallest amount we can buy is a quart.
That's a lot.
As you can see, we need a thimble full, not a quart. So we're probably going to estimate the color and maybe just get one of those paint pens from the local auto store that's kind of a
touch-up. Yeah.
Kind of a touch-up kind of thing. We're going to try that first. Anyway, if that doesn't work, we'll go and get the real stuff later. That's what we're going to do. So, okay, it's been a couple of hours now. We actually went to get groceries and do some other things like this harden. And this is now completely hardened. And we are ready to start sanding it. So I'm going to start sanding it with some 80 grit and see where that takes us. What we've done now is that we have sanded this with 80 grit to get all the excess stuff off, get it pretty well shaped. Then we sanded it with 180 grit, and then we finished up with 320 grit. And I think that's where we're going to stop at 320. Now we are just going to mask this, and we're going to get it painted. Alright, so what we've done so far is that after we sanded it, we masked all of this off, got some newspapers out here and some masking tape, and taped all this off, or masked it all off. And then we took some spray paint, some black spray paint that we had, and we just painted it. So this is the result. It's rather squarish, but it did cover it. But we're not entirely satisfied, so Sharon's going to try and finish it off with some actual automotive touch-up paint that's approximately the same color. That's what we're going to do next.
We went to a auto parts store, and we got some paint. It's made by Rust-Oleum 2-in-1 with primer. It's called Universal Metallic Black. We didn't realize when we just put the black primer that actually we have some metallic paint on our rig, and so I thought it would be better. So I got this. It comes in like the top is like a pin. If you just had like a scratch, you could use the very tip. This screws off, and you just cover just like a magic marker. Or, as this girls do our nails, it has a brush just like nail polish to apply it. Well, because I want to feather it down, I bought some just cheap paint brushes. So I'm going to use this to cover, and then I'm going to take a bigger brush and just smooth it so it'll feather in. So I don't want it to just paint this and then it not feather in. So that's why I got a big brush. So we'll see how it works. And just some fine scratches. Kind of like painting nails when you have nail polish. So that kind of feathers it so you don't have like a line. I think that helped. As you can see over here, see there's like a line from where we masked it off with the masking tape and where this line. So you can see a definite line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of that. Take this, come along the line. Just feather it down. And see how that just really makes it smoother. So you don't see the line so much. I might have to do another coat. I'm going to let this dry. Hey, it's a little windy out here, but we wanted to show you the finished product. It's not perfect, but it's better. It protected, and that's the main reason I wanted to do it, was not cosmetic, but to protect any water getting in there and, you know, and causing problems with fiberglass. So we're happy with it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
It's in Chattahoochee, Georgia, and it's called Edge?
Eastwood.
Eastwood.
Yeah.
No.
East something. Eastman.
Going here.
That look all right?
Yeah, you're fine. Okay.
And it's universal metallic
Metallic.
black. All right, let's do it again.